In this 7th lecture of automata theory, we are going to cover formal definition of another type of automata model, that is non-deterministic finite automata, or in short NDFA or NFA, and examples for the same. So let's start with the lecture. As we have already discussed the types of finite automata as deterministic finite automata, and another one is non-deterministic finite automata. And we have already covered that NDFAs are superset for the DFAs. Okay, so every DFA is an FA, but reverse is not possible always, because for an FA to be a DFA, we have to apply the conversion process to convert the NFA to the equivalent DFA. And today's we are going to review the properties and features of non-deterministic finite automata, that is NFA. So just revision of DFA. Deterministic finite automata is represented by 5 tuples: Q, sigma, transition function, Q naught and F. We have already covered some practice questions for the same, where Q is a finite and non-empty set of states, sigma is a set of input symbols, Q naught initial state, F is the set of final states, and also the subset of all Q, that is set of all the states. Last that we need to focus is the transition function that maps a state from the set Q and an input symbol from the set sigma to the next state. This next state can be the same state or any other state from the set Q. Now coming to the definition of non-deterministic finite automata or NFA. It is quite similar to the DFA, but some except the transition function. Okay, so NDFA can also be represented by 5 tuples like DFA, where all the 4 tuples are same as the DFA, just the transition function is different from DFA. So let's check the transition function. In this case, transition function maps present state and present input symbol into the set of next states. Means we are not moving to one state for one input symbol from the present state. We can move to multiple states for from a state for a single input symbol. So here the transition function is defined as any state from the set Q and an input from the set sigma can leads to the power set of states that we will be discussing in detail in the later slides. For this time you just note down the transition function definition. And another thing to note here is that unlike DFA, we can have multiple paths for a string from the initial state. As in DFA, whenever we were showing acceptance or rejection for a string, we always had the single path from the initial state, and if that path ends to the final state, the string is accepted, and if that path ends to a non-final state, the string is rejected. But in case of NFA or NDFA, if as we are having multiple paths, if any one of the path ends to the final state, then the string is considered as accepted. Okay. As we have already discussed that NFAs are different from DFAs only in terms of transition function. So let's discuss this difference of transition function and the power set of states in terms of NFA. So DFA's transition function maps present state and present input symbol to the resulting state, and the transition function of NFA maps present state and present input symbol into the set of next states. and the DFA's transition function is defined as this, and the NFA's transition function is defined as this. Here power set of states is the result of mapping of present state and input symbol in case of NFAs. So as we have discussed or practiced some questions of DFA, from a state we can have only one transition for one input symbol to any other state, or we can have self loop of the input symbol as well. So in case of DFA, while in completing the states in all the questions, we have to mark the transition for all the symbols. Okay, so we can say that from a state in DFA we can have 0 or 1 transition for each input symbol. Okay, so 0 or 1 transition means either we will define the transition for that particular symbol, or we will not define the transition for that particular symbol. In case if we are defining the transition for that particular input symbol in DFA, we will be having only one transition to same state or to any other state. Okay, but we cannot have more than one transition in case of DFA for any input symbol. Okay, by zero transition we mean that we can avoid the transitions to the dead state. Okay, whether we have marked the dead state transitions or not, that is up to the user and it is optional. But other transition we have to mark, and we can mark only one transition for each input symbol. But in case of NFAs, we can have multiple transitions for the same input symbol from the single state. As we can see from Q0, we are having one transition for the input symbol 1 to state Q2, but we are having 3 transitions for the input symbol 0 from Q0, one to the Q0 as self loop, and one transition to Q1, and the third transition to the state Q3. So in case of NFA, as we have discussed, we can have multiple transition for the same input symbol from a particular state. In this way, we can have multiple paths for a particular string starting from the initial state in case of NFA. Looking into the details of NFA's transition function, these are the transition diagram from the last slide for DFA and for the NFA. Now, the transition function of DFA is defined as this, and we can write these transitions in the form of transition function as transition for the state from the state Q0 for the input symbol 0 is resulting into the state Q1. So this is the transition equivalent to this transition diagram, and another transition can be, or the from the state Q0 for the input symbol 1 we are moving to the state Q2. So this transition is equivalent to this transition diagram. So these are the representation. This is one of the form of this transition diagram. We can also represent the same information in the form of transition table as from the present state Q0 on reading the input symbol 0 we are moving to the state Q1, and from the present state Q0 on reading the input symbol 1 we are moving to the state Q2. Okay, so we can say that these three notations are representing same information, means either we write the transition functions like this in one notation, considering this as one notation, or we draw the transition diagram like this is another representation, or we write the transition table like this. This is the third representation of the same information. Means we just mean to represent the transitions for an input symbol from a particular state and the resulting state. So these three notations 1, 2 and 3 are representing same information, and we can use any of the three notation to represent the state and mapping of state and input symbols. Now considering the case of NFAs, in case of NFA, transition function is defined as this. Here the mapping is from state to an input symbol to the power set of state. Power set of state means we can have multiple transitions for an input symbol from a particular state. So representing this transition diagram, representing this information in the form of transition functions as from Q0 on reading the input symbol 0, we are having three transitions. So first transition is this, second transition is this, sorry, let me erase it. Second transition is not this. The second transition is for the state Q1 and the third transition is to the state Q3. Okay, so from the initial state Q0 for input symbol 0, we are getting a set including Q0 for the first transition, Q1 for second transition of 0 and Q3 for the third transition of 0. And in case of NFA, we have to write the resulting states in the form of a set in the covered in the curly braces. Same way from Q0 on reading the input symbol 1, we are moving to the state Q2, and we have also although we are having a single element, we are having only one transition for the input symbol 1 to state Q2. Still we need to write the resulting state in the form of a set as we have written over here. So this information can also be represented in the form of transition table as from the present state Q0 on reading the input symbol 0, we are getting a set comprising of state Q0, Q1 and Q3. So we have to write this all the states in the form of set as a resulting set of a mapping of a state and the input symbol. Same way from Q0 on reading the input symbol 1, we are moving to the single state, that is Q2. So this set comprises only one element, that is Q2. Okay, so now again these three notations for NFA. 1, if we write the transition functions like this, or if we represent the transition in the form of transition diagram, or we represent the information in the form of transition table, all these notations are representing same information. Means all these notations are representing mapping of a state and the state and the input symbol. Next, considering if we have the four states in our transition diagram like Q0, Q1, Q2 and Q3. Okay, so if we are having four states in our machine, then the power set of the states can be defined as 2 raised to power q. As we are having four states, then the power set will be having 16 possible sets. Means from a state for an input symbol, we can move to or we can get any of these resulting set. Okay, so let's check out these sets in the case of this NFA with four states. As the first state is null. Null means if we have received no symbol, means if null is acceptable, then the set means we have defined no transition from the state for the input symbol, then the resulting set will be null. Okay, next The possible sets are individual set, means like this. From Q0 we have moved to the state Q2. So this is the example of this resulting set with one state. So this can be the single set can be, the single state can be any one of these four states. Okay, next we can have a combination of states, like we have that means that we can have two transition for a single input symbol from a state. The set can be Q0, Q1, or any combination of these four states is possible. Next we can have the set of three states, means we can have a transition for an input symbol to three states, three resulting states. Then the set can be combination of any of the three states. Okay, last case can be if we have transition to all the states, like if we have transition from Q0 for the input symbol 0 and we are having transition to Q2 as well. If we have the transition of this also, then the resulting set will be Q0, Q1, Q2 and Q3. Okay, as we are having transition to all the states including the self itself. So the resulting set will be will comprises of all the state Q0, Q1, Q2 and Q3. So this is the possibility of resulting sets for the NFA. And if we have 5 states in the machine in an NFA, then the resulting power set will be of 2 raised to power 5, and so this combination of states will depend on the number of states in the NFA. But remember one thing, there is no duplicacy in the states, means if we have Q0 and Q2, then we will not be having Q2 and Q0. So we have to maintain the uniqueness of these sets. We cannot repeat the combinations. One state will appear in one combination one time only. Taking our first example of NFA for strings of zeros and 1 ending with 011. For the sake of simplicity, we are taking the example that we have already covered in DFA practices. Okay, so the possible acceptable strings are 011 or any other string or any other combination of 01 ending with 011 is the acceptable string by the machine. So now from this lecture I am starting with a new representation of the question statement as regular expression, means in exam we can have the question in the form of statement or in the form of regular expression. Okay, here the regular expression means that regular expression is also representing the same information as this statement is representing. Okay, so here the star means 0 or more. Star means 0 or more, means any combination of 0 or 1, means if whether we receive any combination, single symbol, double symbol or any other symbol or no symbol, but the string must have 0, 1, 1 as the last 3 symbols. Only then string will be accepted. So this regular expression is representing the same question statement. So in exam we can have both type of notation for the question statement. If the regular expression is not clear to you now, don't worry about that. We will be having a complete lecture on the regular expression notations later on. So starting with the DFA tuples, we have defined the DFA with name M and 5 possible tuples. Next tuples are, here input symbols are 0 and 1, possible set of possible states q0, q1, q2 and q3, and q0 is the initial state, final state is f3. So starting with the construction, as we have covered all these things in DFA, you have not practiced those questions, please go through the all those DFA construction questions. Only then you would be able to understand these NFAs. So starting from the initial state, firstly we have to draw the transition for the minimum required string, as the minimum required string in this case is 0, 1, 1. So we have defined the transition path for the minimum required string from the initial state. Okay, so for the acceptance we have to mark q3 as the final state. Now our next step was to complete each and every state, but here in case of NFA we need not to complete each and every state. We can draw the NFAs or construct the transition diagram for NFA in very simple way, like we have discussed in regular expression. Here we can receive any number of zeros or 1, or receive no 0 or 1, but we require 0, 1, 1. So we will be defining this condition with a self loop at the initial state. Okay, so in NFA we have the freedom of defining more than one transition from the same state for the same input symbol. So we can use this rule to define the self loop of 0, 1 at the initial state. This self loop means here we can receive any number of zeros and 1, and we will be at q0 only until we get the pattern 0, 1, 1 for acceptance. Okay, so here we will be having multiple paths, as we are having transition of 0 to q0, as well as transition of 0 to another state q1. This transition diagram can also be defined with the help of transition table as this. From present state q0, on reading symbol 0, we are moving to the set q0 and q1. Here set means we have two transition, one is to q0 for the input symbol 0 and one to the q1. So we have to write both the states here in the form of a set, and for input symbol 1 we are having just one transition to q0, so the set is having only one element as q0. Next, from q1 we have defined no transition for 0, so here we have a hyphen, and we have defined the transition for 1 to the state q2. Same way from q2, no transition for 0, but we have the transition for 1 to the state q3. From q3 we have defined no transition, so we are having a phi over here in the transition table. So this is the transition table and transition diagram for the NFA. We can think simply for the NFA, as NFAs are easier to construct than DFA. We have defined any other symbol received with simply a self loop over the initial state here, but we cannot do this thing with the DFAs. Okay, so now let's consider the acceptance or transitions for an input string from the initial state. So sample string taken over here is 1, 0, 1, 1. So starting from the initial state for the string 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, initially we are at state q0. For the input symbol 1, we are moving to the state q naught itself. Okay, for this one, for next 0 we have two paths, as we have already discussed that in case of NFA we can have multiple paths. So from q naught for the input symbol 0 we are having two paths, one to q naught and one path to the state q1. So we have to mark all the paths. Okay, as we have already discussed that if any of the path leads to the final state, then the string is accepted. If all the paths end to the non-final states, then the string is rejected. So sorry, this is for the input symbol 0, not 1. Next, we have the input symbol 1. So we have to continue with all the paths. If we have 3 paths, we have to continue with 3 paths if possible. If we have further transitions from the edges of the states, edges of the path, then we have to continue for all the paths. So starting from the q naught, for the next symbol 1, third symbol 1, we are moving to the q naught itself, and for the from q1 for the input symbol 1 we are moving to the state q2. Okay, next now we have the last symbol as 1. From q naught for the input symbol 1 we are moving to q naught itself, but from q2 we are moving to q3 for the input symbol 1. So now as the string is ended and we are having two paths over here, path 1 is ending to the path 1 is ending at the q naught. This is the path 1 and this is our path 2. Okay, and we have already covered that we can have multiple paths, and if any path ends with final state, then the string is accepted. So here we can see that the first path, this is ending at a non-final state, that is q naught, but this path is ending at a final state, that is q3. So we can say that the string is accepted by the machine. Our next example of NFA is for the strings of A's and B's ending with double character. We have also considered this example in the DFA practice questions. So now let's have a look for the set of possible acceptable strings, as the minimum acceptable string is double A and also double B. So these apart from these minimum acceptable strings, any other combination of A's and B's ending with a double character, either double A or double B, is accepted by the machine. Again defining the regular expression for this question as here in this regular expression, the star means 0 or more and the comma is representing or symbol. Okay, so here the star means any combination of A's and B's 0 or more time, means either we get any symbol or more than one symbol or no symbol, and any combination of these A's and B's should end with a double character, double A or double B. As here we are having a star means 0 or more. So even if this pattern is not occurring in the string, still we require double A and double B for the ending pattern. So comma is representing or over here, either this or this, should be required for the ending pattern. So starting with the DFA, we are having DFA M with the tuples. Sigma is the set of initial states. Sigma is the set of input symbols A's and B's, and the states are defined as Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q4. Q0 is the initial state, and the set of final states is defined as Q2 and Q4. Starting with the initial state, for the minimum required strings as double A and double B. So starting from the initial state, we have to define path for both the initial state minimum strings as, and for the acceptance of these minimum strings, we need to mark Q2 and Q4 as the final states. Now the step 2 was to complete the states in the DFA, but now we can mark the self loop at Q0 to show the acceptance of 0 or more symbols at before the ending pattern. So this complete pattern means 0 or more combinations of A's and B's can be represented simply by a self loop over the initial state in case of NFA. Okay, and the same information can be represented with the transition table like this. As from Q0 for input symbol A, we are moving to two possible state. One transition is at the Q0 itself, and one is for the next state, that is Q1. So we have a set of two states, as Q0 is the first transition and Q1 is the second transition for the input symbol A. And same way for the input symbol B, we are having two transitions, one at here Q0 and one to the next state Q3. So we again for B we have defined the state set as Q0 and Q3. Next, from the Q1 we are having a single transition for the input symbol A, that is defined here with the set with Q2 element, and Q3 is having transition to the state Q4, that is defined with this set over here in the table. Now Q2 and Q4 are the final states of this NFA, and same way like DFA, we have to show the final states with a circle, or we can also have the asterisk symbols here to mark the final states. Now taking the sample input as BABB, let's check the acceptance of this sample string with this NF. Starting from the initial state, for the first symbol, for this first symbol B, we have to consider all the paths for the input symbols. Starting from this, for input symbol B, we are having two paths, one to Q0 and another path for B is to the state Q3. Okay, so now transitions for the first input symbol is over. Next we have the symbol A. So from Q0 and Q3 we have to continue, as we have already discussed, that we have to continue the path from all the states. If possible, if transitions are defined, then we have to continue the path. From Q0 we have defined the transition for A. One transition is to Q0 and another transition is to the set Q1. Okay, same way from Q3 we are having no transition for the input symbol A, so the path is ended here and we cannot continue with this path anymore. This was for the input symbol A. Now two symbols have been read by the machine. Now we have to consider the next symbol as B. From Q0 and Q1 we have to continue the path. So from Q0 for input symbol B, we are moving to the one to the state Q0, and one moves from Q0 is for to the state Q3. From Q1, as we are having no path from Q1 for the input symbol B, so this path is also ended here. We cannot continue with this path. Now considering the last input symbol, that is B, from Q0 we are having a path to Q0 and another path to the input symbol Q3. Now from Q3 we can also continue with the path. From Q3 for the input symbol B, we are having a transition to the state Q4. Okay, now let's check the acceptability of the string by the machine through these various paths. As the first path is ended here, so this path is no means we need not to consider this path, and the second part is ended at Q1. Q1 is also a non-final state, so we can leave this path. Next path is ending at the state Q0. As Q0 is not the final state, so this path is also useless. Considering the next path, that is ending at Q3. Okay, Q3 is also a non-final state, so this path is also of no use. Now considering the next path or the fifth path as this path is ending at the state Q4, and Q4 is a final state, so we can say that the string is accepted by the machine as it is ending at the state at the final state Q4. Okay, so in the exam you have to draw the NFA. Most of the questions are based on the DFAs, but if in case you get the question on NFA, then after drawing the transition diagram you have to also need to draw the table and also need to mark the transitions for an sample for a sample input string. Here Q3 is not the final state, that is marked by mistake. Q2 and Q4 are the final state, and only these states should be circled or marked with the asterisk symbol. Now what's the difference between the DFA and NFA? We have considered the examples of both at DFA as well as the NFA. So difference between this question is also important from exam point of view, as this is the common question for the exam. So you can go through these differences, and we have covered all these differences in earlier slides, as we have only one state as a resulting state in case of DFA transition, and in case of NFA transition we can have multiple states. Okay, no empty transition is allowed in DFA, but we can have null or empty moves in NDFA. Although we have not covered the empty moves in today's example, but we will be having the NFAs with empty moves later on. And DFAs require more space as compared to NFA. Okay, this point will be clear to you when we will be covering the topic of conversion of NFA to DFA. Always always we will be having equal number of states in DFA, or more chances are that we will be having more number of states in DFA for the equivalent NDFA. Next difference is there is only one path for each string from the initial state. In NFA we can have multiple paths for a string from the initial state. And the next difference is a string is accepted if it transit to a final state. In case of NDFA, we have to check all the paths. If any of the path ends at the final state, the string is accepted. All DFAs are NFAs, but reverse is not always true, because we have to convert NFA to DFA. Only then NFA can be equivalent to a DFA. And last difference is of transition function. Here we have a single state from the set Q, and here we are having the power set of states, and we can have any set from the power set of the states in the case of NDFA. Okay, you can also draw one example of DFA and NFA in the difference question. And the last example, our last example is for the strings ending with 10 and 10 or 11. Although we have not covered this example earlier in DFA practice question, but if you have practiced all the DFA question, then this question is very easy for you, and you can do it very easily. So now I am not discussing in the detail solution into the details. I am just giving the solution, and you have to do this by your own and check for the possibilities of your answers. Here the set of possible strings are this. All the strings ending either with 10 or 11 is acceptable by the machine, and the possible solution, possible NFA for the string is this. One more NFA can be this, and one more NFA can be this. So we here we have I have defined 3 NFAs for the same question, for the same statement. So you have to draw your own DFA or NFA, and you have to check your answer. Here the first solution is a purely NFA question, because here we are having more than one transition for the input symbol, as we have transition for 1 over here. Also we are having transition of 1 to Q1, another transition of 1 is to the state Q3. Okay, second solution is also for the same question, with only difference is that it is having one state less than the previous first solution, and this is also an NFA, because we are having 2 transition of for the input symbol 1 from the Q0 to Q0, and another transition into the state Q1. And last solution or third solution is a DFA. As DFAs are NFA, we can also call it a NFA. So this is a DFA because we are having only one transition for one input symbol from a state. So we are having a number, we are having more transition if we are drawing a DFA transition diagram, and but in case of NFAs we can see that we are having less number of transitions. Here we have defined 4 into 2, as 4 states are there and 2 input symbols are there. We have defined 4 into 2, total of 8 transitions. Okay, so as this is the DFA, we can also call it a NFA, as DFAs are subset of NFAs. So you have to practice this question at your own, then you can check for the answer. One thing to be considered here is that we can have multiple solution for a question. Okay, we can have multiple NFAs for a question, we can have multiple DFAs for a problem statement, but the minimum DFA is only one. Okay, and in exam most of time we come with a question like draw the minimum DFA. So we have to practice for the minimum DFA, means we have to draw the DFA with minimum required number of states. This is the regular expression for the statement with any number of 0, 1, any combination of 0, 1 or no symbol at first sub expression here, and the pattern should end with 1, 0 or 1, 1, because we are not having the star over here. So the occurrence of this second pattern is must, and the string should end either with 10 or 11 for acceptance. In the next lecture we will be covering more practice questions of DFA and the process of converting a given NFA to the DFA.